Team 29 forecast.
All right, as promised, the area most favored for some wintry precipitation today will be across the Blue Ridge Mountains and the Shenandoah Valley. Hello, I'm meteorologist Josh Fitzpatrick. This is the live view from the top of Wintergreen Resort where they're making snow. And you may get a little bit of natural snow, sleet, and some ice by late morning into the afternoon hours. Details on that in just a moment. First things first, here's a look at that first forecast for Charlottesville and Central Virginia. It's certainly cold enough to support some wintry weather. We're in the 20s the next few hours, but dry through about mid-morning. And then by midday, a wintry mix points west. It looks like we'll see a mixture of snow, sleet, and rain arrive from the southwest to the northeast by late morning into the afternoon. And it's plain old wet conditions, though, by this evening with temperatures above freezing. Shenandoah Valley, Harrisonburg, Stanton, and Waynesboro. Here's your first forecast. Deep down into the 20s the next few hours. The clouds will thicken on up, and by late morning, midday into the afternoon, a messy mix of some light rain, sleet, ice, and snow will arrive. Temperatures are deep down into the 20s across the valley. Harrisonburg, Stanton, and Waynesboro, low 20s. Currently, it was 19 in the last hour in Stanton. 29 at Charlottesville, low 20s at Orange and into Louisa. So any precipitation that forms will cause a few slick spots, especially points west by late morning. And we're watching dry skies right now over the next several hours on our live Doppler radar network. The atmosphere is very dry, so it'll take a while for this precipitation back to the southwest to actually reach the surface. But the clouds are going to thicken up. You can see that already from southwest to the northeast. If the clouds are thin enough in your neighborhood, expect a red sky sunrise over the next hour. There's the precipitation of snow, sleet, and rain. Roanoke Valley, Newer Valley, that is approaching us from the southwest. So the moisture is limited. There's not a whole lot to work with this go around. So our high-res weather tracker will show here's 9 o'clock this morning, no weather issues, but then thereafter, late morning, midday, you can see that batch of precipitation arrives from the southwest to the northeast, but it's in weakening form because the atmosphere here at home is just so dry. The bulk of the precipitation, here's 5 p.m., not a whole lot going on. Most of it is across Southside Virginia, south of the James River for sure, and any precipitation will begin to exit after midnight. Here's 7 tomorrow morning, about 24 hours from now. Sunshine makes a comeback with a little bit of patchy fog, but more in the way of sunshine breaks out for your Monday and on the somewhat warmer side for January standards. Winter weather advisory, Blue Ridge Mountains and the valley, inch or less, mainly less of ice, sleet, and snow, but a little bit of wintry weather can go a long way. So keep that in mind if you are traveling by late morning into the early afternoon hours before we go well above freezing. Less than 1/10 of an inch of rain. So that's why I'm not really excited for this wintry weather event. So later Thursday into Friday, that's our next best chance for rain. It looks to be on the widespread rain scale too. Your forecast for today: after a dry start, a little bit of rain, sleet, and snow will arrive with highs in the upper 30s and low 40s overnight. Lows mostly above freezing in the 30s and patchy fog at daybreak. Highs tomorrow in the upper 40s for the valley, low and mid 50s over Central Virginia. 7-day forecast. We're in the low to mid 50s on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then pushing 60 on Thursday. A little bit of rain arrives by later in the day. Rain is likely Thursday night into Friday morning, and then it will turn cooler perhaps and drier for next weekend. So we're not going to get that inch of snow in Charlottesville, that first inch, anytime soon.
Now, looking at this, how common is it for it to be 60 degrees in January?
Well, it does happen, but it is unusual to have such above average conditions. This is my 6th winter here in Charlottesville, and this is the latest I've not seen snow.
Oh, so do you, and every year since you've been here, have you had snow?
Yeah, usually by now we've seen snow. We've had our first inch of snow, but it's not happening anytime soon.
And do you think we missed it for the year or it's coming up?
Oh, no, we're not done with winter just yet.
Not yet,
no,
even though I like to think
February,
after
March.
the holidays, I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
it's
watch
over.
out.
It's going to be spring next. Well, thank you so much, Josh. We appreciate it.